What the hell has just happened this week? For the last 2 years, we've been saying that the sport needs something to happen.
Yep.
We've had all these crazy ideas. Everyone shunned us and shut us down. The sport isn't like that anymore. This is the way that it is now. Fuck
Well,
you.
take that. Lewis Hamilton has confirmed that he will be joining Ferrari in 2025.
It was the one day that I chose to leave the house.
Yep.
Leicester Square, sat in a nice little Olenstein. As soon as I get there, you're trying to call me. Have you seen the news? Have you seen the news? The one day that I leave the house and this bullshit happens. There is a lot to talk about, and before we go any further, there has been some breaking news right now.
More breaking news.
Toto Wolff has just confirmed that talks with Peter Bonington, aka Bono, are underway.
It's expected that Bono is going to go with Lewis.
It is. He's been with Lewis since 2013, so that's over 10 years.
It's Lewis Hamilton. He's going to take whoever he wants, isn't he? Whoever he wants from that team, whoever he thinks is going to be pivotal to his success at Ferrari, is going to be going to that team. First of all, before we get into any Fernando Alonso's might be replacing, because I know we're going to want to go there.
He's coming up multiple times.
My main question and the main thing I think we need to address straight away is, why has this been announced before the 2024 season? Like, they're going to now be racing all year. Hamilton's going to know he's going there. Does this say that Hamilton's had a look at the car and Hamilton had to make the choice now because he had the thing in his contract where he could leave at the end of this year?
Some sort of news had to have been leaked. If Mercedes wanted this to come out the way that they would have wanted it, they would have given the announcement. Lewis would have given the announcement. Surely Mercedes would have wanted to have been the people that announced it, not Sky Sports. And you said about the tweet that Will Buxton, remind everyone.
Will Buxton was tweeting early on in the week saying there was some crazy F1 news in the paddock, if everyone hears it, if it's true, kind of thing. So people knew in the paddock.
I think there's been a murmur in the paddock. A few people have heard it, and either someone from Sky has got a little... and then said, let's report on it, because it is happening.
I actually think it's out of Mercedes, and I think it's Lewis's camp. Apparently, there was a team meeting called where Toto let everyone at the factory know.
Emergency meeting.
That's what I mean. So I don't think they know. And then Toto did an interview saying, if you'd asked me 2 days ago, I would never have thought Lewis would sign for Ferrari. So Toto didn't know.
Toto was saying, only a few weeks ago, like when they were asking about Lewis's contract being renewed, he was like, if he does want to go win a title somewhere else and he can't win it here, then we're open to discussion. I think it was there in the back of his mind. I think Lewis had probably threatened, like, look, guys, it ain't working out. I'm going to start shopping around.
Do you think he's looked at the car this year, looked at what they're doing and gone, we're miles behind?
Must be. So Lewis has obviously looked at the situation at Ferrari in 2025 and thought, look, it's looking good, but if I can bring everyone with me, then there's no chance that we're going to lose. We are going to win that championship.
I reckon he's definitely looked at it and gone, well, that gives me a year in the Ferrari in 2025 to get into the team. And then when the new regulations come in 2026, he's probably banking on Ferrari having an amazing car so that he can win in the 2026 season, get his 8th world title. It's Lewis Hamilton to Ferrari. And like Sebastian Vettel said,
everybody's a Ferrari fan. Even if they're not, they are a Ferrari fan. Even if you go to the Mercedes guys, even if they say that, oh yeah, Mercedes is the greatest brand in the world, they are Ferrari fans.
It's the team that he would have to go to. If anyone was going to be okay with him switching team, he never would have gone back to McLaren.
Or if he'd gone to Red Bull, that would have kicked out.
That would have been ridiculous. I feel like Ferrari's the only team that he can go to where every Mercedes fan will be all right with it.
I reckon he knew that as well. The money involved in this is ridiculous.
I know Ferrari have money, but where have they got this kind of money?
I know, 100 million euros a year. That's a lot of money.
It's like 95.
The highest paid F1 driver he'll be.
Yeah.
Which is justified. It's Lewis Hamilton at Ferrari.
100 million euros a year.
Yeah, and it's a multi-year contract.
Wait, hang on. 100 million euros a year?
Yeah, mate. That's how you get Lewis Hamilton, mate.
And Max Verstappen's on what, 40 odd, wasn't he? 45?
Yeah, it's probably double Max. And how do you think Charles Leclerc feels? He's just signed a massive long-term contract and he's probably thinking, oh yeah, that's a great contract. Hamilton's probably just quadrupled.
Mate, this is a big talking point. This is massive. Charles Leclerc just re-signs with Ferrari, who he's always, I'd say out of the two drivers, he's always been the favoured one.
Yeah.
He's just signed this contract, re-signed, mega deal. We are going to win the championship with Ferrari. And then all of a sudden, fucking Lewis Hamilton comes out of the nowhere. No thanks, motherfucker. I'm going to give it a shot. That's harsh.
It's harsh, but there's absolutely no way Charles Leclerc signed that contract before knowing. Like, Charles Leclerc knew that Lewis Hamilton would be joining the team when he signed that contract. People within Ferrari and at the team obviously knew. You know, they're not going to sign Charles Leclerc down to a 5-year without telling him he's going to have a new teammate. It doesn't. If it works like that,
you don't know.
Do you know what?
They're
Even
sneaky,
if he didn't
mate.
know, he knows that they're going to have to put the best car possible for Hamilton. He's going to be in the same car. They're both very quick drivers.
He's always wanted to be teammates with Lewis. He's
He
always
has
hinted about it.
he said about it, hasn't he?
He has. What's happening with Mick Schumacher? Is he coming back?
If you're Mick Schumacher right now, and you've been with Mercedes over the last couple of years, and Toto's been saying, yeah, we'll get you a seat. You've been at every race as a reserve
Don't
driver.
worry, Mick. It's going to be okay. Stroking his head. You'll come back eventually.
Yeah, you'd be pretty annoyed if you weren't at least in the conversation.
Yeah.
You would be pretty pissed.
So Mick's is obviously an option. What about Alonso?
Fernando Alonso is definitely an option for Mercedes.
100% an option. We've seen how he gets along with George. They smoke cigars at parties together. They're private jetting around the world together.
It's such a big person to replace that they have to almost replace them with someone just as exciting.
Equally
really.
as big. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Bring him back to a good team, chuck him on a mad wage packet, and let's just see what he does.
Even
mate.
if it was like a 1-year contract, Alonso until the end of 2025, you know?
We know he's ruthless with contracts.
There is so many drivers out of contract that it could be anyone, because why not a straight swap for Sainz? Do you think Sainz would take that? Because he's going to want to stay in the sport. Where's he going to go?
Mate, I think it's just because I don't see him in a Mercedes. That's the only reason why. I just don't picture it. I don't picture the
He's
suit.
also so heavily linked with Sauber, isn't he? And Audi, because obviously Sauber's becoming Audi in 2026.
You said about Audi.
We know that Audi want Carlos Sainz.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be surprised if you see Carlos Sainz go to Sauber